Hey everybody, it's Hen.
And Lon, and today we are filming a highly anticipated, highly requested story time video.
But before we get into that, I need y'all to give your boy a warm welcome back. I know I've not been in the videos, Lon has been holding it down, but I do miss you all, and I'm glad to come back to a video such as this. This is going to be one to really. We haven't done one of these before.
We have never done a storytime video on our channel before.
Explain what a storytime video is.
I
didn't know what it was.
Yeah, I had to explain it to Henry. So basically, we actually got this idea from a subscriber. So storytimes are very popular on YouTube. You basically just tell a story, and it's usually a funny story or something shocking, just something that like helps your subscribers relate to you a little bit more, and you just literally just tell them a story. So a subscriber reached out via DM, and she was like, I miss you guys. You guys haven't uploaded in a while. And I was like, yeah, sometimes we just run out of things to upload. Sometimes our lives are just not that interesting. And she was like, why don't you guys do a story time? And I told Henry, I was like, that is a good idea. How can I say this? It's like we're personal because we share our personal life with you, but we don't always get like that personal with our lives. You know what I'm saying?
We got a lot of stories.
We have so many stories. So we basically did a survey on our Instagram and on our YouTube community page, and I knew you guys were going to pick this story. So it was between this, our second date. The next one was like stranded out of the country.
That's actually the better story. Y'all should have chosen that because that story is crazy.
And then the last one was a Valentine's Day to remember. So eventually we will tell you guys all the stories, but this is the one that you voted to see or to hear first. So I'm embarrassed.
Second date.
Hold on, before we move forward, can I just talk about
how she
these
mimicked
ensembles?
How she mimicked my outfit for today.
Literally, I had this on and I had on some pajama pants. We both meet each other down here in the living room to film, and we have on the same thing.
This is the Hen and Lon HL family package.
Like literally same wash denim, black shirt. It's ridiculous.
She just want to be like the boy.
Yeah,
I'm used to it now. Give me one.
Anyway.
So let's get into it.
Yeah, this story is super embarrassing. I thought I was going to take this to the grave, and I don't even know when I told. Like, it involves both of us, but I don't even know when I told Henry this. Like, do you know?
What she gonna tell y'all, I was completely oblivious to, so. But either way, let's paint the picture.
All right, so let's rewind it back 6 years, guys. The year is 2014 is when we first met. What was it? Were we still in August at that time, probably? August 2014? I think so. I think that's when we met. Yeah, I think that's when we met. August 2014 is our second date. So backstory, you want to give them a little backstory on our first date?
Yeah, that's
just to like bring them up to speed. Okay.
First date, a date to remember.
Yep.
One of the best dates ever. So it starts off with Lon will always tell people that I was overdressed for the date and that I didn't tell her that she needed to dress up. So the minute I go to pick her up, and I see what she has on, she sees what I has on, she's like, oh no, I gotta go back in the house to go change. She goes back in the house. She's mad because I'm dressed to the nine. I didn't think I was that dressed up, but
the fact that you could even still say that to this day.
I didn't. That wasn't dressed up for me back then.
Whatever.
That's dressed up now. Now I would look back and say I was dressed up. But back then, that was casual to me.
Either way, we finally got dressed. We went downtown. We had an amazing time. Our first date was at Morton's at the Inner Harbor. It wasn't at Morton's?
It wasn't Morton's.
It was Sullivan's. No, it was Sullivan's.
No, it was Sullivan's.
What the heck?
But you said Morton's.
I thought it was Morton's. Morton's is where we got engaged.
Yeah, that's where we got engaged.
So we had an amazing first date.
John Legend, who was right there by Pier 6.
Yeah.
John Legend happened to be having a concert with Marsha Ambrosius at that time.
Yep.
And so he was singing All of Me Loves All of You. That was I was pretty I couldn't have planned it better myself.
It was literally something out of a book.
So that led to the second date. I was like, all right, I gave her this nice extravagant date. Now I gotta see if she can get down with the rest. So I don't know if y'all know, if you're in Baltimore, you know Towson. TGI Fridays is pretty lit. So that's where we went. We went to TGI Fridays. I'll let Lon kind of getting to?
I don't remember all the specifics of like the actual date. I just remember we were like such on a high from our first date that we decided, okay, let's go to TGI Fridays.
I remember.
What?
I remember we were drinking, but go ahead.
Oh, you remember we were drinking?
Yes.
So we went to TGI Fridays, and I just remember that we were at the bar. Now, why we didn't sit at like a regular booth, I have no idea. Why were we sitting like bar top?
No, we were sitting at bar top. I think it was because was it busy?
Maybe it had to have been busy because like why did we just go straight to the bar?
Because we said we were going for drinks. We weren't going for food.
Oh, because we. Oh.
So we went. We actually, Fridays had the Long Island special. So we were drinking.
True.
We were drinking Long Islands.
We were
that day.
Ooh,
so
Jesus,
I don't even
heavy.
know. Did we eat? I don't think we
We
went.
probably
to eat.
got like appetizers, but we didn't actually get food. We were drinking
We went for happy
at
hour.
the bar.
Yeah.
It was happy hour. So by the time this like date is like kind of concluding or wrapping up, we are a little bit tipsy. We probably had like 2 Long Islands. It was lit. So then we decided to go home, and Henry's driving. We both go in his car. So tell him what happened. He is so embarrassing. Can I just say that this is so embarrassing? Like it's not as embarrassing because it's like we're married, we're grown, but it's embarrassing like telling this story from back then.
Oh man! So of course, instead of us getting into the front seat, I make the suggestion that we should get into the back seat.
Oh my Jesus!
And of course, Lon happily, oh yeah, let's get into the back.
Don't try to be like, oh yeah, like I'm just like, boy, you better cut it out. I'm not.
But we wound up getting into the back seat, and I had playing Justin Bieber's album. That was at the time.
Are you kidding?
I did.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Yeah, it was Justin Bieber's album. I can't remember which one was it. What's the name of that album?
I have no idea. I don't know any of Justin Bieber's.
That album, like, ever's gonna be. Either way, turn that on. Justin Bieber in The Weeknd was my two.
So we got in the front seat. You turned on music, and we got in the back seat.
We got in the back seat. I had my phone. It was next to my phone.
But you started up the car. Oh, you had your phone playing music?
Yeah.
I am through.
Yeah.
I did not remember this.
You was tipsy, so you probably wouldn't remember. But either way, yeah, we got in the back seat, and then next thing I know, Lon started putting the moves on me.
So wait, can we just rewind? Let's rewind a little bit. On our first date, when Henry drove, mind you, I really didn't want him to drive on our first date because I'm like, who is this guy? I do not want him to pick me up. I don't want him to know where I live. Whatever. But it worked out. But either way, when Henry dropped me off on the first date, when I say we had such a memorable night, like, and I told you guys this before, like when I left or when I was on that date, I knew that he would be my husband.
My God.
It was a beautiful date. Ooh. And so when Henry dropped me off, I usually don't like kiss people on the first date. Like you don't usually have that chemistry to even want to put your lips on somebody else that you don't know. But he walked me to my front door, and I'm like, oh yes, this is it. He gonna kiss me, and it's gonna seal the deal.
And I set her up with the okie doke. So let me tell y'all, brothers. Let me school y'all real quick. Something that I've learned is if in the first date, never kiss the girl on the lips, especially if it's highly anticipated. So
and it was kind of awkward.
I could feel that I could go in and kiss her on the lips, and I was like, no, I ain't gonna do that. So what I did was I gave you a hug.
You gave me a hug and kissed me on
the forehead. Boom.
I was like this, dummy.
That's
I'm
it.
like, what kind of clown
No,
gonna kiss me on the forehead?
That's not what she said.
I mean, that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, he gonna kiss me on the forehead? Really? This was a smack in the face.
No, what it was a buildup of anticipation.
It was.
For the next
day. And so that's why when we're telling this story, it's so like hot and steamy because it's just like, oh my gosh, I had this perfect date with this guy. He kissed me on my forehead and now I want to kiss him so bad. So basically we in the backseat. We wasn't doing nothing. We were just kissing. We were basically just making out in the backseat.
That's right, make it plain.
That's literally what we were doing. It wasn't nothing farther than that.
But in the heat of the moment.
Jesus. So what? Okay, we are making out, like literally, you know, like making out versus kissing, you like real into it. We all like tonguing each other down, whatever, right?
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
We can say this now, we married, we got a kid, don't we?
Goodness gracious.
Oh my gosh, y'all probably cracking up.
Bystander.
Y'all probably cracking up behind the scenes, but what happened? Right, so we're making out, and y'all, I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. I don't know if I feel a drag. I don't know what is going on. I touched my hair, Jesus, and my wig is not on. And my wig is not on. So
now,
back up. Hold on
wait.
really quick. Go ahead.
But to Lon's benefit, I didn't have my glasses on at the time.
And it was dark at night, so neither one of us knew that my wig was somewhere in the car on the floor.
I can't see, period, right, without my glasses.
Yeah.
So she lucked up.
Yeah. So if we can just back up, we're in 2020 right now. Wigs are a thing. 6 years ago in 2014, wigs were not as popular. They were just starting to get hype, okay? And so I was not comfortable coming out and like laughing about it, saying, "Hi, my wig fell off," you know? I feel like even right now, you probably wouldn't do that on a second date, but you will feel a little bit more comfortable because wigs are a thing.
And I honestly don't know how I would have responded had I seen
Right. Because it's not like
with some cornrows.
Right.
Like,
I feel like 2014 wasn't ready for that. 2020 you might be ready for that. So, and it's not like I was bald headed. I had hair, but it was just, of course, braided. So I'm still, once I realized that, I'm still kissing, trying to play it off. But guys, can you imagine? I'm literally feeling around while trying to maintain the kissing and trying not to alert him that anything is I'm trying to feel around for my wig. I had no idea how long it had been off. So you got the alcohol, you got that it's pitch black, you got that I'm trying to maintain the emotions, and my wig is somewhere in the backseat of this man's Acura. So I'm feeling around, and y'all, it felt like an eternity. Trying to find my wig, and I could not find it. It was to the point where I was about to tell him because I couldn't find it. And when we stopped kissing eventually, I'm like, I'm gonna look dumb because he's gonna be like, "Yo, what happened to you? Like, you went down with hair, you came back up, you ain't got no hair." So I was like, I'm kissing him. I'm like, I gotta tell you something, like in the middle of the kiss.
And I remember that. She said, "I gotta tell you something."
Yes. And he's like, "What?" When I lied to you not. When he said what? My hand found the wig. Oh my gosh, y'all. I was so relieved. Somehow, some way, still kissing. I put that bad boy on, secured the wig, and everything was good.
She no longer had anything to tell me.
Yo, I don't even know how I got out of that. I probably was like something stupid, like this was a great date or whatever the case may be. Yo, how I even managed to like put it on correctly. Because again, I was not as wig savvy back then as I am now. So I don't even know how I got the thing on correctly.
Moral of the story, pin those things.
Secure the wig, sis.
Down.
Secure the wig, sis.
Got to.
That is the takeaway from
I don't know if we be sitting here telling y'all this story had I seen the wig unsecured.
Baby, I don't even know when.
And it's not that I care because after, I don't know how long it took you to tell me, but there was a point in time in the relationship where I was assuming that these were weaves that Mom was wearing.
Henry didn't know that I wore wigs for a really long time.
Until she finally told me that it was a wig. And
he was so hurt he didn't know.
I was like, what? So it was new for me.
Yeah, it was definitely.
I don't think I really cared because she had hair.
Right. Now, if I had a wig and I was bald headed, that definitely would have bothered Henry. Like, no joke, it would have bothered
me. Not that it would have bothered me. I just would have felt like it was a misrepresentation
of who I was.
Of who you were. Like, if you had just came out with no hair from the beginning, then I would have been different.
Gotcha.
But.
And it wasn't even
Don't try to. Yeah.
It wasn't even like this long, like 24 inch. It was a short little bob wig. So it wasn't like, you know, I was walking around with like 22 inches or anything like that. Y'all.
All I'm saying is secure the wig.
Secure the wig.
You don't learn anything else. Secure the wig.
Oh my gosh, y'all. I'm so relieved to get that off my chest. That was such a bad, embarrassing experience. And I think I told Henry that like 2 years in.
No, you told me before that.
It wasn't months.
You told me before that.
It wasn't months.
You said, I remember, you was like, you remember our first date? You said, do you remember when my wig? Because she didn't know if I had saw it. Mm-hmm. She, at that whole time, she didn't know if I had saw it and just wasn't saying anything.
Yeah, and was just trying to make me feel better about the situation. Because it's like, if you make it out and you are like, I'm like, how don't this man know that my wig fell off? My wig is gone. All I have is braids.
Long Island saves your life, girl.
Oh my gosh, y'all. This story is so embarrassing. Y'all probably light me up in the comments. But I think it is just so hilarious. If you have like not a similar story, or if you have a similar story or something just like as equally as embarrassing that happened to you on like one of your first dates, please drop it in the comments because I want to hear about it. This was so funny.
Yeah, this was cool. And if you like this story time and you guys want us to do more, we have other stories that we can get into the details and let us know. Put in the comments, like, subscribe, do all those things that you know to do.
Yes, because we really want to tell you guys about the story that we were stranded out of the country.
That was wild.
That was so wild.
That was
so
actually,
wild. That was so wild. So that might be our next story time. So guys, we'll see you in our next video. Don't forget, follow us on Instagram if you haven't already. We'll leave all that information in the description box below, and we'll see you in our next video, guys. Peace.